nervous for you. This is the biggest downside, I would say. I can't, like I was talking about earlier, I can't see Lina not beating this tiny mid. And then when you throw like an Earthshaker and a Winter Wyvern who both have a lot of roaming capabilities into that middle lane as well, things get even rougher for this poor little Pebble man. So wait, what happened? We got a glimpse on a Trixie. They're gonna slow him down. He's dead. First blood. And that'll be a Huskar. Oh no, a Huskar first blood. Things just get worse and worse and worse. So Huskar as a hero has to have a strong laning phase. So when you pick up the first blood, it just makes it that much stronger, because if you're facing any sort of aggression, you can go for like the boots first and be a little bit more combative. If not, you can just go for like a little bit, like you just have that extra bit of farm early on. It's very essential. Huskar is one of those heroes who has to have a good early game. But he usually does, because very few people are willing to challenge a Huskar. Because, I mean, who wants to? Everyone just, like, the psychological, like, even if it doesn't do that much damage early on, the psychological effect of those burning spears. Like, everyone has gotten that situation where you get dove on by a Huskar with life break and you instant TP out, and he hits you like 4 times with the burning spears before you TP out successfully, and the burn actually kills you in the fountain. Like, everybody's gone through that. So no one wants to fight, because it just feels like when he throws a burning spear at you, you're like, oh god. Oh, Jesus. I'm taking way too much damage right now. So no one really challenges the Huskar. And Stark certainly don't have the lineup to challenge him. I mean, they do have a potential aggro tri-lane, but it's just not good enough. Nice deny. Valix and Cheshire Cat playing a little game of back and forth over this neutral camp. Middle lane? Oh, the Fisher block is there, but it's also dodged by Axmo. Great turnaround. Axmo is, I think, I was kind of explaining who Axmo was. I'm pretty sure he used to play in Heroes of Newerth. I remember his name. Played against him a number of times. He was like one of the highest rated Heroes of Newerth players out there. If I'm not getting, like, early on. Not like later on to the game, but early on, he was like one of those higher rated players. And I think he's really impressive. Like the few times that I've seen him in pubs, I don't think I've ever seen him playing competitive though. Maybe like once or twice as a stand-in, but I feel like he's one of those players that thinks maybe just a little bit outside of the box sometimes.
Denied.
Huskar is gonna have an armlet so quickly. How do you kill him? Like, he's just going straight armlet. No treads, straight armlet. I mean, I don't blame him for the early Helm of Iron Will. What a great stat item that is for a Huskar. A little bit of regen, a little bit of armor. Since you have such low armor as a hero in the beginning, honestly, let's nerf Huskar some more. Let's put him at 0 armor in the beginning of the game. I think that sounds legit. Let's really make it, if Huskar pickers actually want to go for Huskar and they get challenged, they get punished really heavily. Cheshire Cat, is he caught? No, Bignum's here, and a nice block out with the cogs. Valix will run himself out of the cogs, or rather fly himself out, but he's still going to be caught. A stun goes down, and oh, they get the nuke out from the Splinter Blast. It will be enough to get the kill on Cheshire Cat, so the support traded away for the offlaner, but Bignum is here to clean up the experience that Cheshire Cat will miss out on. This will also just draw a little time away from the gyrocopter farming as well. As you can see, there's already a little bit of a difference in farm between the Huskar and Gyro, and that's only going to get worse if they continue to having to fight. Like, there are very few carries out there who can keep up with, if they're still doing battle, they're still battling it out with the offlaner +1. Very few carries can actually keep up their farm with a free farming carry. Even if we win the fights, it's just you split your brain too much. Nymphy? Oh, no. That's... Big Num is just, I think they had their call slightly off. Like, Big Num needed to start running forward a bit sooner. If they get the combination there, if he's able to get... Maybe he wanted to get the toss back and then get the stun. Maybe that's why the Ogre Magi, like, hesitated. He thought that perhaps Tiny could get in that range. Trixie, he couldn't really do much in the laning phase to begin with, so he, as you saw earlier, was going through those stacks. Yeah, Darkseer is not really going to be able to do much. Call down. It's not going to catch Cheshire Cat, or at least not the secondary hit. And he'll actually escape with a decent amount of HP because he still had that that healing cell. So he's still going to be able to collect all this experience. In fact, if anything, you got to be a little bit careful. Cheshire Cat somehow managed to get a good like Cogs pushback on Valix at the right time. Could have gotten some serious damage on him, but Power Rangers seem to be lagging a little bit. I hope you're all enjoying the defense so far. To keep you up to date, and also as something to fill time, I'm going to look up how the defense is doing right now. And even with the unpause, we're still going to talk about it. Okay, so what do we got? We got Monkey Business 7-1. All right, they're in the top 3, like guaranteed. Monkey Business, I'm not surprised at all. I think they, like out of all the new teams, they look by far the best.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
anyway, for AFC, now known as Stark GG here, currently 4-2, but they just lost a game against Power Rangers, which now puts Power Rangers up to 3-4. If they lose this game as well, Power Rangers will tie up with Stark GG and maybe take over that slot. And pretty heavy contest in this second group.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The only ones who really are not doing well in the current group is Golden Boys, 0-6. Yeah, I'm not surprised another pause. So on the other group, we actually have Scary Faces at a score of 5-1, Fum Jungs 4-2, Team Alternate 3-3, Danish Bears 3-4, and New Team 3-5. So one series that goes a little bit to the favor of like Danish Bears or New Team, they can easily contest for that top 3 slot against the bottom 2. Tiny's not getting much CS in the middle lane, but that's not really surprising. In fact, he has less CS than the Darkseer right now. I wonder what is his build just going to be straight Blink Dagger? It almost seems like it the way he's got 1100 gold. Yeah, it probably is, because you probably don't need too much more gold before you just clean up stacks and get your Blink Dagger from that. Oh, they're actually going to rotate over here. The pings come out from the Lina, though. They know what's going on. And they might actually be able to catch somebody here. OKC runs forward, still gets caught by the combination of Axmo, but still the call down is there, and Axmo's going to be run down in return. Stun comes out from Big Num, but not enough to save the Tiny. And now it's Big Num's turn for some rockets. He's going to go down as well as the Disruptor, and things go real bad for Power Rangers as they try and go for that aggressive play, but thanks to just some good reads by Stark GG, they set the trap. Earthshaker ran forward there, and yeah, he died immediately, but it was fine. Well set up Stark GG for a great fight. And I can't believe they got the Huskar as well. It's Winter Wyvern got that kill. So I wonder if he got it via Splinter Blast or something. Because I was sitting there going like, oh, it looks like just 3 kills, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, Huskar's dead as well. What?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh, Cheshire Cat is trying to build for a really fast Blade Mirror here. This is a really great game for a Blade Mail. Clockwork already counters the Earthshaker pretty heavily. He has some issues with locking down the Winter Wyvern, though he's still genuinely a fine offlaner against him. The Darkseer, Lena, and Gyrocopter, though, the 3 different cores have a really tough time with dealing. Oh, Boogie! Does he go for the hook shot? Cheshire Cat holds on to it. It was a little bit questionable with the battery assault if he could deal out enough damage to kill Boogie before Boogie kills him with the Baraka Barrage. Better to be safe than sorry, though. I like Cheshire Cat's patience there, and he should really just wait out the Blade Mail. Once he has the Blade Mail, he's a huge counter to the Gyrocopter. And the rest of these heroes are going to be having a hard time against that Blade Mail as well. Lena has a lot of like uncontrollable damage in a way. Light Strike Array, like you have 2 different AoE spells. Darkseer has the Ion Shell that reflects back to him. Valix, he doesn't have his level 6 and he jumps into the pit, but immediately gets found. The rocket will finish him off. Huskar almost dying too. Oh, he does die to Roshan. Whoops! Messed up the armlet toggle. Well, that was weird. Huskar pickers. Am I right, boys? I don't know. That was a little weird. Bottom lane, Emphy. Oh, he's completed his Yule Scepter, so look for those solo kills now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think a Disruptor was going for a Glimpse play, but they're going to smoke up and go for Roshan again? Really? This feels really awkward. I mean, Stark know that Roshan's
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
a very strong possibility. And they're not going to do Roshan fast enough. Like, at a certain point, it's going to be Stark going, okay, you really have... Oh my god, he got bashed! This is just not his game. Meanwhile, oh no! Darkseer goes down, Cheshire Cat misses the hook shot. Now he might not be able to get the kill, as the Fisher's going to be able to allow them to get enough damage and kill that Clockwork. Toss over, what a toss! Axmo, hello, finds the opening, kills the Lena still, and this fight's actually still going okay. Arcade Power Rangers might just be able to win it. Toss in, Axmo finds an opening, Boogie sharing the damage. Fisher, Big Nub go down. Meanwhile, the right clicks out from the Disruptor. Oh, he gets him too, but still, J4 is going to get in the end, and now it's just left Axmo to run down OKC. Gets the toss up and will be able to finish him off. Oh, team wipe. And that doesn't even include the Huskar who died to Roshan. I don't know who's winning, but it feels like Axmo. It's the real winner of this game so far. It certainly isn't our Huskar, as he's having a real hard time doing Roshan.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Going to the pit right now. They could stop Roshan from being taken if they just hurry the hell up. Oh, it's going to be close. Valak still doesn't have his level 6, man. Him dying in the beginning of every fight is just so bad. Boogie is going to throw out the call down. They're going to catch a couple of heroes, slowing down the Huskar, who immediately died to a flat cannon shot. Midway through, he's going to land up on the cliff. What? He's stuck. Oh, no. The Huskar. Disaster for him. How does he even get down? He has to fly a TP to him, because no one's going to be in range. Axmo, meanwhile, he's just got a kill on the Winter Wyvern, is going to be able to pick up Nemphy as well, it looks like, as he tries to hide himself in the trees, Light Strike Array, but he's still surrounded. A multicast to finish him off. Power Rangers, despite that awkward situation, as Huskar's going like, man, just nothing's going right today. He'll get himself a TP and got out. Boy, our Huskar is not progressing in items right now. He's at 4,400 net worth. It's pretty certain. You know, I was talking about how Huskar needs to have a good laning phase. Well, he had a fine laning phase, and then he got into the Roshan phase, and that went really bad. And now he's actually very far behind. Considering where a Huskar should be, he's very far behind. Fortunately, Axmo is pretty far ahead. For a Blink Dagger Tiny, he's pretty far ahead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Axmo now has Blink Dagger, Phase Boots, and Drums, but he's going to be caught here, but maybe he'll get the kill on Nemphy first, misses the Avalanche, and as long as he doesn't get seen, he won't be caught by Valak, who actually doesn't have the Winter's Curse. It looks like he threw it in the last team fight. I must have missed it. Meanwhile, Axmo barely escapes with his life intact. The Tier 1 tower for the Radiant side at bottom lane does not stay intact.
Structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Blade Mail complete for Cheshire Cat, and he's got Treads, which bumps up. He's like really tanky now. 1,300 HP. That just means more damage to turn around with that Blade Mail. Cheshire Cat. Well, Winter Wyvern is certainly not the opening. You can just fly away. Axmo, hello. He gets the Earthshaker. He's going to be caught, though. Yule Scepter. Light Strike Array, Laguna Blade, attack speed, attack speed, attack speed. Man, Axmo's so fast. A little bit. Blink. Nope. Turnaround stun, and he's out. And now, if anything, Power Rangers, they know a lot has been used by Nemphy. Nice double hook shot with the ultimate over the top from the Disruptor. Those heroes are going to be caught and taken out quite easily. Boogie comes forward, multicast to the face, sharing that damage, though. From the Rocket Barrage, glimpse back. And Huskar will get his jump right onto Boogie. He'll get the damage necessary to get the kill. Cold Embrace only does so much. He's still going to burn to the fire, both from the Huskar as well as Yogur Magi. Still, though, they get the Huskar kill as a turnaround. And Huskar will still stay in that 4th place position in net worth. But Axmo, the real hero for Power Rangers, 8,300 net worth. Axmo, you better start going the Aghanims, my friend. I don't think this Huskar is going to carry you. If you haven't figured that out by now, with him dying to Roshan 2 different times in a row, you got to start building the Ags. So I'll grab that point booster, heal up, and head right back on out with 1,700 HP now. And where in the world is Huskar? Well, he's got 6k net worth. He's going to start working towards the Heaven's Halberd. The Bloodlust actually serves as a really good replacement to the Wisp. I didn't actually think about that. Plus, it makes Tiny super big and scary. God, can't forget those psychological factors. A level 3 grow Tiny with Bloodlust on him. I mean, just look at that engorged tower. It towers over these creeps. Get it? Towers. I'm hilarious. Oh god. Alex, you're dead. Who else is gonna die? Shish your cat with a hook? No, he cancels it. Instead, he goes for the hook shot on Boogie. Definitely dodges it though. And now Power Rangers, this may not be a fight they can win, despite instantly killing the Winter Wyvern. They do have to be careful. The Huskar is not with them right now. You know how to put this in a good light for a Huskar player? You know the way to say this? The way to say this is that our Huskar, maybe he's just not experienced with Huskar, which says a lot of good things about him. It clearly means he's not a Huskar pub spammer, and those are the worst. Those people can die in a fire. Okay? Smoke up. Oh, jump in. Cheshire Cat, fight me. He has the Blade Mail. He's going to try and get this kill on an Nemphy. Blade Mail fades, though. Now they're going to be able to turn around on him pretty quickly. Nemphy does go down. Clockwork, though. Combination out from Axmo. Bye-bye, Boogie. And they'll get +1 more. Valix, he's going to be the one glimpse back and deaded. Deaderino. Oh, Jesus. Axmo. He's still looking for this. Toss up. Gets Trixie. Godlike by 21 minutes. Jesus, Axmo. Calm down. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay, see ya. Will enable Axmo to get a beyond godlike by 21 minutes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
Oh my god. Huskar still doesn't have treads. How do you not have treads yet? Good lord. Alright, he's actually bypassing treads for the halberd. Man. What a life this Huskar leads. That's how far behind he is. He's like, I can't go for the treads, guys. I was looking at it earlier. I was like, that belt of strength, it's probably going for the Heaven's Halberd, because in my mind, he just already had treads because he had an armlet by like 5 minutes or something absurd. And then all of a sudden... Oh, Jesus. Alright, well...
Radiant's top tower is
J4 really wanted that glimpse. He's not going to get it, though. But they may still get the kill. Cheshire Cat wanders in from the side, goes for the cogs, but unfortunately, it's so hard to hit cogs. It's so hard to suck them up. When you're sitting, you're running in this direction, right?
Top tower has fallen.
And you're here, and the enemy's here. There's such a small gap in the cog radius. See, cogs is much better coming at an angle, right? So if you're here, the enemy's here, much more likely to catch him because the cogs, there's more room on the side to pull him in. Whereas here, I need to draw a new square because I'm really bad at drawing. All right. So this is... Oh, God, I can't draw again. All right, we lost. Anyway, just imagine that X a little far forward. The gap between the clockwork edge, it's just not much. So it's so hard to just chase down a hero straight up and get the cogs grab. Even if you're faster than him. You know what the absurd thing is? You're faster than him. Like, if you accidentally, bump into the hero in your process of trying to get really close to him, you bump into him and your hero stops for just that half a second, and then you pop the cogs, he'll get pushed out. Yeah. Good lord. Tiny. You beast. Level 3 grow plus bloodlust. Do not mess with.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right, Nemphy's going to go for a little bit of sneaky split push, but without maxed out Fiery Soul, this Lina is not going to be able to put out nearly as much damage. Plus, she also doesn't have much attack damage right now. Doesn't have the Aghanim Scepter, not even close. Just the Yules. Only level, what is that? My keyboard's in the way. Only level 12.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's
Alright, Heaven's Halberd before Treads. Let's go. Nemphy, oh boy, you're dead. Dead. And Valix, you're also going to be picked off. Meanwhile, Tiny is just found to pick off in the top lane. We'll look at that one real quickly. I see on the map where he's at, which is absurd. Cheshire Cat return a lot of damage to Boogie. We'll be able to get the cogs pushed back here. Trying to find an opening to get out of this one. Mech is actually going to keep him alive a little bit longer, but he finally embraces his fate. He knows he's dead. Meanwhile, Axmo, he's going to blink over the cliff now and catch. Well, Boogie's definitely dead, especially with all the multicast coming out. Axmo looks for more, but they already got it. Anyway, he got a kill over here. Earthshaker got picked up right in front of the tier 3 tower. Yeah, he just doesn't stand a chance. All these aggressive wards out from these supports. I mean, just look at the vision, right? They see anybody crossing over to this area, anybody in this area, anybody who makes it over here. They get vision of the bottom lane. So the only way you can leave base without being detected is through this very small, you have to actually somehow dodge. You can't even do that. So you're going to get caught somewhere in this area, seen leaving the base, and then the top lane. And then Tiny just goes up to the top lane when, no one's around and just finds a free pickoff. Hey, you just picked up for the Tiny. Ultimate Orb. What is his build? I'm a little bit confused. Is he going Lincoln's? Scotty's really abnormal for Tiny. Is there an item I'm missing? Oh, Manta. Yeah, Manta. That's what I was forgetting. So Manta, Tiny probably coming in. It's just very weird to see the Ultimate Orb before the Yacha. Aghanim Scepter coming in for Cheshire Cat and another 1,000 golds. J4 is going to build one. Big Num almost has his. We already have an Ags on Axmo. If there was a Huskar Ags upgrade, I'd probably kill myself, but... Oh, wait, there is, huh? If Huskar is disabled during the charge or the target moves more than 1,400 units, the charge stops. Oh, wait. No, I'm an idiot. That's right, you get like an absurdly low cooldown. I forgot about that. It's just you don't see that build anymore. Wait, what is the Ags upgrade? Alright, I'm losing my mind. That rocket is super bugged, by the way. It is going to be Lincoln's. I was like, Lincoln's makes a decent amount of sense in a way. It's just kind of weird to see because you have this team that is a lot of single target focus from their ultimates. So you have the Winter's Curse as well as the Laguna Blade. If you dodge either one of those, that'll be really valuable. Call down slows down Axmo. Still has that Aegis though. And they're actually going to fully commit to taking out Axmo one time to get the Winter's Curse and everything. They're blowing everything they have just to kill Axmo. They still haven't got him, though. Neffy's put in a bad position with the Cogs pushback. It's just your cat taken away, and Trixie, who will eventually run out of the Cold Embrace, gets the vacuum, but unable to get off anything else. No wall. Echo Slam gets laid out, but Huskar, he just doesn't care. He pops a Q, which was healing Axmo earlier, and they just trashed Stark GG. Now buybacks, but they've already used all their ultimates. What do they possibly have that could threaten Power Rangers anymore?
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Nemphy still has that Laguna Blade, but he's not going to use it for just the first life of the Tiny, especially with Lincoln still up. Charge forward, Axmo gets the toss up in the air on Nemphy. Nemphy goes down, 60 seconds on the clock. Still beyond godlike, by the way, for this guy. Call down number 2 now, but Boogie gets 3 times multi-gas, tops up in the air. He doesn't stand a chance. Beyond godlike, double kill, and still another 2 minutes on the Aegis. GG. Stark are done. Power Rangers, despite all the Roshan nonsense earlier. The game will go to, Power Rangers. Pretty handedly. So congrats to them. Another 2 points looking to threaten that top 3 slot that Stark GG were holding on to earlier. Now ties them with Stark, and then obviously they have the head-to-head advantage.